What is going on? We are live. Let me turn on the top chats so that, or I should say the live chat, so that I can read people's comments. How's everybody doing today? Kind of having a wonky hair day. Don't mind that. How's it going? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody is keeping their spirits up, all things considered. But that's why we do these live streams, guys. We gotta have fun. We gotta keep it lighthearted, snappy, in a good mood. David Williams, certified T3 bot in the building. Lee Bishop, SoCal Watch Reviews. Arizona. Dan McCaslin with the drip drip, certified T3 bot. Milcom, the moderator, is here. How's everybody doing? Let's just jump into some freaking questions, guys. Will I buy the G-Shock GGB100? The only way to know is if I go ahead and take a look. Now, I would rather be outside right now. For my new subscribers, of which we've had a lot, so thank you so much. Just so you guys are aware, we typically do these Saturday Q&As outside. I'm typically outside. But due to current events, I'm stuck in the office. But one benefit of being in the office is that I can look up the things you tell me to look up. So let me see. G-Shock BB100. Will I be buying this watch? G100 BB1A? Probably not. Looks kind of boring to me. It looks like a good, tough watch. I don't like how there's nothing going on the dial, and then there's just this little screen. That one wouldn't be my first choice. Let's see who we have here, guys. Dean is here early. Tawari is here. As I said, I have no idea. Taco. Darren is here. Renman. Jared, let's see. Jason Greaves from the UK. We got Canada. We got another Canada. Kansas. Need to see more Breitling. Well, you need to watch more of my episodes because I've made multiple episodes on my Breitling Navitimer. That's right, I own a Breitling. Mr. XYX says, saw dude. Eric says, yes. And to watch the stream, you must go outside as well as a viewer. And then Arizona brings up, I'm typically outside with my Vietnamese coffee and the parrots and the trees yelling at me. But, you know, we gotta work with what we got. Manchester, if you're not a mank, you're a wank. Tom Mulrooney. When did this streaming starts? 3 minutes ago. 3 minutes, 17 seconds ago. So you did not miss out. New Jersey. South Coast, UK, Virginia. Have a lot of memories in Virginia. Used to go to Williamsburg all the time. Vince Goodrum is here. Says, hey, it me. Can't stay long. He's in the downtown office. Well, stay safe. Dude, we got Alaska here. Everything's tougher in Alaska. So, we are already at 100 people. And I'm going to do a wristwatch check. Check this out. That's right, guys. I'm just wearing the Explorer 2 today. It was running. Just wanted to throw it on the wrist. GMT complication. What are you guys wearing? When we hit 100 viewers, we do a wristwatch check, so you guys need to tell us what you are wearing. If you're not a mank, you're a wank, Lee. Remember that. Connecticut in the house. I have family in New Canaan, Connecticut. Seiko Jade Monster. We got a Seiko SRPD87. We got another Explorer 2 from CRJ. Very good taste. Al Certified T3 bot is wearing an SKX on a black NATO strap. Tyler Montgomery's wearing an Orient Bambino. Andrew No is wearing a Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical. Very good watch. I own that watch as well. Let's see. John Anderson's wearing a Seamaster Aqua, Aquaterra. Let's see. Justice is also wearing a Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical. Jason Greaves is wearing a Grand Seiko 1965 second edition black face. Thomas, Seiko Samurai. Wow, a lot of very, very, very cool watches in here, guys. I am impressed. It's almost like you've been listening to someone. Let's see. Christopher Ward Trident. Man, you guys got some good taste. So who has some questions for me? Who has some questions? Bring it on. Bring on the questions. Hi, Jory. Do you know where I can find maps of specific watch mechanism? Well, I suppose it depends on the mechanism, but typically you can find movement diagrams and exploded views of diagrams just online. So Google would be what I would recommend. JMS Certified T3 bot says, how's it going? It's going. It's going. I'm chilling. Eric, how do I cope with my Longines being stuck in service limbo because of the lockdown? You just gotta give yourself some perspective that you might be upset that your Longines is not with you, but there are some people that are unable to see their family members because of all of this going on, and some people are stuck in hospitals and stuff. So step back, give yourself some perspective. It's okay. You don't have the watch that you want with you because it's being serviced, but some people are actually like pretty messed up. So yeah, perspective. Tips on saving up and purchasing your first Rolex. Well, I guess having some willpower is the strongest point. What I would say is skim off 10 to 15% of whatever your check is. So here's my recommendation, right? If you can take 15% of your check and put it in a savings account, all right, like whenever you get paid, and then you can take another 15% and skim that and put it into like a fun account, like a watch account, that's going to be, you know, a big chunk of your check, but you're going to have to sacrifice. So I guess sacrifice is the name of the game, honestly. That's not a fun answer, and no one wants to really hear that, but that's the truth. I know, kind of a bummer. Malcolm the moderator says, drink less Vietnamese coffee to buy your first Rolex. That's true. Don't buy stupid things that you don't need. Although Vietnamese coffee, let's be honest, Malcolm, that is kind of a necessity. Thomas says, oh my God, I'm Vietnamese. How did you know? Joy Oi! Joy Oi! How did you know? Is back hacking bad for your watch? I don't know what that means. I've never even heard that term. Do you mean just hacking? Like, hacking a watch is not bad. Stopping the second hand. That's why the complication is there. I've never heard the term back hacking, but I don't know everything, guys. Matthew says, LOL, joy oi. Thomas says, oh my God, your Vietnamese is pretty decent and you love watches. A man after my own heart. Yeah, and my favorite food is bo lok lak, shaking beef. I love it. Woo! We got some good Vietnamese food here in LA though, so I'm spoiled. Bog look lak. That's how you have to order it. See. Andrew No says Vietnamese here too. Vince says never shop by the price of the watch. Check the stats and make sure it's the one you like. That's true. That's just a smart buying tip. But as far as saving up, yeah, take 15%, put it in a savings account, don't spend it, and then take another 15% and put it in a fund. And then, again, that leaves you with less money from your check, but you got to sacrifice. Can I get a good automatic for $200? Well, I recently made... The short answer is yes, right? Orient Defender is under 200 bucks, and that watch is sick. How many watches do you have in your collection? A lot. And when I get to 100,000 subscribers, you guys are going to see my state of the collection. Do you think Rolex is being too controlling of the brand? No. Not at all. Rolex is the Apple of watches, right? They have supreme control over their brand. And because of that, they're very consistent with what they put out. I think that's a good thing. Not to be confused with Tudor, who ruins their own brand by not knowing whether or not to distance themselves or keep under the umbrella of the Rolex name, and then just making the same iteration of the same watch and then claiming that it's different, and then also having no consistency over the product because they still have borderline recalls. You don't see that with Rolex. Cody, I'd like to know where you draw the line for diminishing returns. Well, I wouldn't. So diminishing returns, when we're looking at statistics or anything, that's not a line I would draw. That would be a very discernible line, right? You can look at it on a scale. So I don't know what you mean. Give me some context. Like diminishing returns is literally the point in which you don't receive any new benefit or new profit, right? It's where the returns on whatever you're doing are not increasing or progressing. So that's not a line I would draw. That's just a line that is drawn. So in what context are you asking? Coke Z says, how's everything over there? I'm on a night shift at the Bangkok airport and it's empty. I'm sure there's not that many people traveling right now. But I'm doing good. Diego says, are you doing anything special to your beard? No, I'm not. I mean, I'm just doing the same thing. I'm not cleaning it up or shaving. So that's a little bit different. Cars in Depth. The Apple Watches, you mean you can't get them repaired at an authorized dealer? Apple Watches are terrible. Reading comments. Buy a Rolex on a credit card like the rest of us. Rado Captain Cook, is it worth the money? Seems a little overpriced, and I feel like there's something better for... Yes, Daniel, it is absolutely overpriced. I've never liked that watch. It is overhyped, it is overpriced, and I don't like Rado as a brand. I've never seen anything I like. They're so expensive for what you get. But that's just one guy's opinion. Hello from Russia. What's going on? I don't read Cyrillic, or I would say your name, but I can't read your name. William J, Certified T3 Bot says, Happy Saturday. JJ Bordeaux says, is the poor legibility of the G-Shock GA100 a deal breaker for you? I don't know if it has poor legibility. It's just the dial is very bland. I don't like how it has an empty matte black dial with also matte black hands and then a tiny little screen. So not only is it like not that legible, there's just nothing really going on. So I wouldn't want that huge chunky case for such minimal stuff. 1 second, I hear stuff going on. Un momento. Sorry about that. God, I had to put on a different toupee. Chair stream. No, I'm back. Is plastic bad in watch movements? Well, I would prefer metal housings and metal components, right? I think that's, I think everybody's pretty much in agreement with that. So is it bad? We have to look at the price point, number one, and number two. What I will say is metal is better. I missed a super chat. Okay, well, it did not show up on screen, or maybe I was gone for it. Let me see. Can someone tell me what the super chat was that I missed? Stephen Lee from Harlem, the Big Apple. Got 200 people here. What's going on, guys? You freaking rock. Emmanuel says, hello, T3 from Malaysia. Got love for Malaysia. I've sent 2 watches, I think, to Malaysia. So I have some people supporting the shop over there. Rolex date just 38 or 36. All just 36, dude, across the board. There's never, for those types of watches, I would never recommend over a 36mm case. Just straight up. Daniel Thibodeau. Everybody dab emoji in the comment section. Thank you so much for being a channel member, guys. I literally get the majority of the support from channel members. I've gotten people asking me if I have Patreon. We don't really have Patreon here. I don't think we're that kind of channel. But we do have channel memberships. And so for $4.99, you can join the channel, and then it's essentially YouTube's Patreon. I think YouTube gets a cut, but a lot of the support does come here. And then, you know, I'm able to pay the editors, I'm able to buy equipment like lighting, and I'm able to buy these watches that I review. So, and then I'm also just giving them away to you guys. But with that channel membership, you get access to the members only Discord chat group that goes on 24 hours a day. There's an extra live stream every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and we're setting up weekly game nights. That's right, we're doing our first run of Dungeons and Dragons. So if you want to hang out, then consider joining the channel. Thank you so much to the brand new channel member. You guys freaking rock. I love you. Thank you. And Milcom can tell you how to do it. Who's your favorite Link and favorite Zelda? Okay, so um, Ocarina of Time was initially my favorite. Um, Not my favorite Zelda, but my favorite Link. Then, you know what? Breath of the Wild was just so fun. Breath of the Wild was just so good. I think Breath of the Wild's my favorite Zelda, for sure. Daniel Thibodeau, certified T3, excuse me, certified T3 bot officially. I wanted to say officially for the first time ever. Thank you for joining the channel, brother. Milcom the moderator has a link on how to join from mobile. Singo says, must be an awesome channel if we just watch an empty chair. Oh man, he left for 5 seconds to go into the other room. So funny. Banned. Boom, that quick. Have you looked at the G-Shock Mudmaster British Army Edition? I haven't, but I'm going to now. Let's see, G-Shock. British Army. Let's see. Dude, that thing looks pretty tough, actually. I like the 4 corners, how it has those rivets. That is very, very, very cool. Yep, I'm a fan. Too bad it's not solar powered, but it looks really cool. They ruined it without it being solar powered, but Cars in Depth with the super chat says, are the Chinese watches worth supporting CCP? I'm not political about that at all. I think it's weird to be political because like what device are you writing on right now? Here's what you have to understand, guys. Buying a Chinese watch is not supporting that any more than the device you use 24 hours a day. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you watching this on? What are you commenting on? What are you surfing the web on? What's 80 to 90% of what you use on a daily basis? So I know people love to add drama where there's no drama. Listen, you're not gonna goad me into getting political or in these weird ethical conundrums. You either consume products or you don't. It's it. And it would be hypocritical for me to say not to and then also use my Chinese manufactured iPhone and then my Chinese manufactured MacBook and then all these other things from China that are produced there. So, yeah. Cars in Depth, you can choose where you source items? Yes, you can, but what device are you using right now? Even if you're using an LG, which is owned by Koreans, they still have factories in China. So, like, honestly, what are you using? You're using Chinese things. So, believe me, I am a proud American. I drive a Jeep Rubicon. I buy American when I can. There's no American watches that I like enough to buy. I only own one true American watch, and it's a Hamilton Brock. Like before they turned into a Swiss company. But I hate to tell you guys, a lot of your Swiss watches, their cases are made in China. So like even the Swiss companies have a lot of production parts in China. That just happens. Elgin is American also. So yeah, I guess my Elgin and my Hamilton are both American. LT with the super chat. Thank you so much, LT. He says, well said, Dory. And Cars in Depth, I'm not trying to dog on you for your question to me. I'm just answering your question, and what I'm trying to say is Um, you either consume products or you don't. Ronald says, Sir Jory, you do not have to say sir to me. Says, have you seen the Ibarra watches from the Philippines? I haven't. Hold on. Hold that thought. Milcom's calling me out. Says, Cowboy Swami Super Chat said, do you have the same watch in 2 different dial colors? Do I have the same watch in 2 different dial colors? Not currently. Connie is texting me, asking me what is for lunch. And I have to tell her, I'm working, woman! Just kidding. I don't speak to my lady that way. Same watch, 2 different dial colors. Not currently. I don't. But I could see that happening with G-Shocks a lot for me. Mr. Q with the super chat says, seen in the high-end Casio Protex. Seen the high-end? Look. So I do know the Casio Protex. They do have a lot of functionality like compasses and thermometers. But let me see the BRG 7000X. Let me see. I don't like this. So when I see it, it initially just screams like Hublot. So I don't like Hublot. I don't like that aesthetic. This just screams Hublot. It is not for me, but I'm sure it's a well-made watch. Josemi or Josemi says, same color in 2 different watches, and then he's dabbing. Marcelo says, I hope you're safe and healthy, man. Happy belated Passover. Thank you so much for the Passover wishes, and I hope everyone has a good, happy Easter as well, for those of you who celebrate. I know tomorrow is Easter Sunday. Ashraful Huda says, Jory, what's your take on the Bull of a Lunar Pilot? I love the Bull of a Lunar Pilot. I don't own one, but that doesn't mean I don't have any experience with it. I have friends that own it. I've worn them, played with a Bull of a Lunar Pilot. I love that watch. Huge amounts of bang per buck there. The fact that you can get one brand new for under $400 is ridiculous. The Bull of a Lunar Pilot is perhaps the best Bulova made right now. J2010 says, bye Jory, bye guys, Swiss out. Have a good one, man. Kaiser Venzen says, please stay safe and stay healthy. I am trying. And to you guys as well, stay safe, stay healthy. Oh, dang. Jonathan, yeah. He just blew my mind right now. I do have 2 different watch. I do have the same watch in 2 different dial colors. I own a blue dial Alpinist and a green dial Alpinist. The Persage is technically different because they have different sizing and different movements and stuff. But I do, in fact, have... oh, wait, no, my 2 Persages. My bad. So you're right. I have the SPB 089 blue dial Alpinist. And I have the Sarbo 17 green dial Alpinist. And then I have the Fuyugashiki Persage, and I have the what's the reference number? Sorry 082 rose gold tone. So yes, I do. See, my members or my viewers know my collection better than I do. Favorite tech product out today? I mean, my phone, right? I use my phone. I live on my phone, so my phone. Citizen semi-perpetual moon phase. Let's take a look. Let's look. Whoa, whole lot going on here. This is a bit too busy for me. Looks like it does a lot, but it is not for me. What is your opinion of Mito? The Mito Baroncelli Heritage 3 is so freaking sick. I love the Mito Baroncelli. The Mito Baroncelli is freaking sick. Omax says, I got here late. I got here late. Don't worry, we're still here. Super Run Speeds says, what do you think of the Certina Action Diver? With the Powermatic 80 movement, it's sick. It is awesome. Reading comments. Alex, do you think watch prices will go down? Marginally. With the big companies, there won't be huge price cuts that you think. They will report losses because their largest secondary market of Asia is not buying as much. But what I will say is they're not going to do sweeping price cuts across the board. What they will do is just limit their wait lists, right? They're going to say, they're going to contact everyone on their wait list and they're going to be like, wow, we have, you know, that watch you wanted, we have it, surprise. So what they're going to do is they're just going to increase availability, and then that's about it. They're not going to, you know, cut the Rolex Submariner by 50%. It just won't happen. How do I decide which watch, setting aside for practical reasons, to wear? Well, I can't really set aside the practical reasons because that has a lot to do with it. So, typically I start out with what the weather is. So Connie is still texting me. So typically I start out with like what the weather is. Okay, so if it's raining outside, I know for a fact I need, you know, a waterproof watch, or at least I'm not going to wear one of my vintage watches. Like if it's raining outside, which it was all this week, I'm not going to wear my Vacheron. And then setting aside like the weather, I look at what I need to do. So if I'm going to be going to the gym, I'm probably, again, not going to wear my Vacheron or my Bubble Back. If I'm going to meet with a client prospect or something, or someone that wants to engage in business, I'm probably going to wear a dress watch, right? So the practical application is part of the fun. You look at what you need to do, and then it gives you a certain part of your collection that you look at. And then once I go there and I look at the weather and what I'll be doing that day, then I kind of decide what I feel like wearing. Okay, I need to wear a dress watch. Is it going to be something like my Reverso, or is it going to be something like a Seiko Presage? And it kind of depends on how loud or how subdued I want to be. It's kind of, you got to wear what you want. That's what's fun about watch collecting. You give yourself some options. Vintage Timex, I don't know much about, unfortunately. However, you'll be happy to know that Monday, I am reviewing a Timex for the first time on the Time Teller channel. The Watch Lounge Certified T3 bot says, what's up from Myrtle Beach? Off work, lucky to still be working. What's everyone wearing? What are you wearing, T3? Explorer 2. It's just easy. It was running. It's tough. Gotta run. Gotta do the live stream. Which Timex, Lance? I'm not going to tell you, because you gotta watch the review. If I told you, then it wouldn't be as fun. Hi, love your show. Thank you. Could you make a review of the Casio F84/91? Yes, I will. Everybody asks me too. Any thoughts on a collaboration with other YouTuber Teddy Baltazar? I've already collaborated with him. I think like 2 or 3 times. But yeah, we're gonna be collaborating more. He's a good dude. We talk. He's a great guy. But yeah, watch more of our content because I've already actually collaborated with him. Tawari says, "What will your reaction when you will get to that there is no app called YouTube?" I don't understand. Chen says, "Started cutting my own hair. You?" I'm gonna give this maybe another 2 weeks, and then I'm just gonna buzz it. This is going to stay, but this probably just gonna buzz it in like 2 weeks. Am I a fan of producer Michael? No. Super Run Speed says you're only 2,000 subs away from 100,000 milestone. Congrats, T3. Dude, thank you. Where are we at right now, actually? Thank you so much. Let's look. Going to YouTube Studio. Man, 97.9. We're almost there. Mr. Q with the super chat says luxury brand to drop prices first next month. Probably the smaller ones. So again, I don't think they will, guys. Rolex is not going to drop prices. Omega is not going to drop prices. They'll just increase availability. Lance, I don't talk about YouTubers I don't know. So, I got a lot of new subscribers recently, so let's just nip this in the bud. This is not a gossip channel. I understand humanity loves drama and juicy, ooh, the insider, what's going on? Ooh, does this person hate this person? Blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't work that way here. I don't get into drama. This channel is solely for what I am passionate about. I don't talk about other YouTubers that I don't know. I know Teddy. I know Federico. I know Bark and Jack. Or Adrian. I know Jody from Just One More Watch. These dudes are all super nice. And they've been nothing but nice to me and supportive to me. So I will do the same for them. As far as other YouTubers, I don't know them. Once I know them, I'll let you know. But there's no point in gossiping. The Urban Gentry has commented on one of my episodes, and then I replied to him. And that's the extent of my interaction. But listen, I know how much work goes into running a YouTube channel, so I'm not going to gossip on another person's YouTube channel. Taki91 from Super Chat says, is the Stratina Action Diver too big? Is it good? It's a good watch. Too big is relative, right? Let me see, because I do like the Powermatic 80. Let me see the size. Hey, Seiko. Hi, Seiko. Let me see. I'm looking something up, guys. 43 millimeters. But what is the lug to lug? I think it will wear large, honestly. 43 millimeter diameters, the lug to lug's probably going to be bigger than, say, a 40 millimeter Rolex. So it'll wear big, but I don't think it's going to be too big. Tim Lara says, paying it forward with positivity. Amen. Johan says, have you a strap on your glasses? Yes, I'm currently wearing a geek strap. Do you know why? It's because I've been doing um, a lot of like home training and a lot of home workouts. So when I'm in like my place in my living room, I'm doing a lot of like burpees and push-ups and stuff, and I don't want my glasses to fall off, so I'm wearing a geek strap. Joel Taborski says, well, if you're here watching this channel, obviously there are no other good watch channels besides T3. End of conversation. Jory is the bomb. Thank you so much, Joel. I appreciate your support. Also, I heard that you purchased a t-shirt from the Time Teller shop. Thank you so much. If that's the case, thank you. A little birdie told me that we got an order from you. Thank you, brother. What's my favorite watch-related book? A Man and His Watches. Also, I think it's in the other room. One second. I think it's in the other room. BRB. This one. Every year, get this. The Wristwatch Annual. All right. This is such a nice reference to all the watches that have come out in a specific year. So, A Man and His Watch is my favorite book for wristwatches, hands down. But as a supplement to that, this Wristwatch Annual. This tells you all, like, look, I'll just flip to a page. Look, boom. Okay, we're on B. We're at Bremont. Okay, well, I don't like Bremont, but there's a ton of their watches there. And then look, watch companies I don't even know about. Borgward? Okay, I don't know anything about them, but if I read this, I can look at their product catalog and I can learn a bunch. Azimuth for A. And there's a bunch of companies that we do know, like IWC, like Hublot, Gerard Perregaux, Ebert & Co., Corum, man, Corum is terrible, Chopard, Casio. See, it's alphabetical, guys. So this book is amazing. I keep this up front, and so we can just look at it. Anybody's chilling up there, just read it. Cost of the book, I don't know the cost of that book because my mom actually got it for me. But this is a great book. Milcom, if you can find this, post a link. My mom bought me this book though, but this is probably my favorite book outside of A Man and His Watch. Rick Green with Super Chat says, I'd like to see a panel of YouTube watch channel personalities talking watches, maybe a fundraiser for charity some urology journal could moderate. That would be, journalist could moderate. That'd be really cool. I'd be down. Actually, you know what, guys? This might be a little premature to announce it, but hear me out. The artist Doodle Hoff, if you, Milcom, if you can help me out, at Doodle Hoff, he's a really fun kind of comic artist on Instagram. He was the one that made the design for my merchandise at the Time Teller shop. Well, I contacted him yesterday, and him and I are collaborating once again, and hopefully by next week, hopefully, fingers crossed, we are going to have an exclusive T3 shop shirt where all net proceeds are going to be sent to healthcare workers. So I'm announcing it now. It might be a little premature because we don't have the design yet. He's working on it. But Doodle Hoff. So Doodle, but then Hoff. All net proceeds. So here's how it works, guys. When I sell a shirt at the shop, Printful, which is a company that prints them, gets a cut, and Shopify gets a cut. I'm not going to take a penny from that. So I don't have a shirt to show you yet, but when you order one of the shirts that we will be releasing hopefully next week, we're going to be sending that all to healthcare workers. We don't know where yet. Most likely going to be New York, because New York is being hit pretty hard right now. But we're gonna figure that out soon. So hopefully next week, if you guys can keep that in mind and think about supporting, that would be really cool. Reading comments. Oh, cool. He has the Wristwatch Annual 2020. I need to pick that up, actually, because I'm a book behind. I only have the 2019. What am I doing? Hello, what do I think about Casio Edifice? Well, guess what, Ruben? I purchased the Casio Edifice, and it just came into the office yesterday. I'm going to be filming an unboxing with it. So many people ask me about these Casio Edifice that I just purchased one. So, yeah. I'm wearing a Michigan shirt. Aren't you wearing a Michigan sweatshirt? Detroit is in a bad way. Detroit is being hit hard as well. New York so far is #1, though. So, Tim Dark says, Jory, I love you, man. I love you, Tim Dark. You missed a long super chat from Rick Green. Okay, Rick. No, I read Rick Green's. You missed my answer, Milcom. I announced that, Milcom. That's what made me talk about the shirt. ADM SLC says, I love this channel. Excuse me, guys. Whew, this is like the second time I've sneezed. Ever in my whole life. No, I'm just kidding. I think I've sneezed once on camera before. Daniel Katz with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. Am I a UM fan? Don't know what that is. Oh, University of Michigan? No, this is a Fishigan shirt because I used to go fishing in Pentwater. Stephen Lee says, thank you for thinking of the Big Apple. Hey, if you're American, you love New York. So, yeah, the reason we're trying to figure out what... So, first of all, guys, we don't have the design yet, all right? I'm kind of doing a preliminary announcement for you guys. But we don't know exactly where to send it because I'm hoping that you guys want to support. But depending on like how much support we get, we're going to send it to New York, or if LA, which is where I currently am, needs more support, then obviously I'll be sending it to LA. But 100% of net proceeds will be going to healthcare in this trying times. I will not be keeping a penny, not a single cent of it. Jack O'Sullivan says, hi T3, big fan of your channel. Just wondering, would you recommend Orient President as an affordable alternative to the Rolex Day Date? Yeah, I actually would. I mentioned that in a channel. On my channel. I mentioned it on my channel, excuse me. Could I please review a Zodiac Seawolf? Eduardo says, keep it up. Thanks, Eduardo. Super chat. You rock. But yeah, guys, so stay tuned. Stay tuned for next week. Hopefully, we will have a design for you. Please check out Doodlehoff, who is designing it. Vince, with the super chat, says, gotta get back to work. Take care. Good yontif. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, Vince. Good yontif. He knows his stuff, man. UHS says, thoughts on Grand Seiko? Well, I own one. I love Grand Seiko. Hi there. SKX007 rocks. Got a strap code Jubilee. Feels more expensive. It's hard to take the bezel off to switch to another color. No way you play baseball. I see the glove. Well, I don't currently play, but I played like my entire life. So, yep, that's a first baseman's mitt. I'm left-handed. Made sense for me to be at first. UHS says, which one? I own a Grand Seiko J14070. You can look on my channel, and I've made multiple episodes about it. It's arguably the most important Grand Seiko ever, number one. And number two, Grand Seiko has made 2 reissues of my watch. 2, not 1. Grand Seiko has made 2 reissues of my Grand Seiko J14070. Yeah, I use my beard as a mask. Thoughts on LoomTech? I don't really have any. I don't know much about them. I'm looking to get one for the channel to do a review. GMT says, hi. Would you ever do a review on the Seiko Italian tuna? There's only one that I can find. If I could get one, then I suppose I would. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Thoughts on Rolex Oyster Quartz? It's a dope watch, and I would absolutely wear one. I love the Oyster Quartz. I think it's so quartz crisis-y. It is very cool. T3, is it a good idea to get a pre-owned watch as a first luxury purchase? Yep, and you can find some at thetimetellershop.com. Why would I say no to that? I sell watches. Have I ever done a state of the collection video? No, I have not, because I've always said since the beginning of my channel, would not do a state of the collection until I hit 100,000 subscribers, and it looks like I may hit that sooner than I thought. Reading comments. If you see me just space out, it's because I'm not spacing out. I am reading comments. Joel got one of my t-shirts and a coffee mug. Heck yeah. Thank you. Have I filmed the state of the collection in preparation? No, I haven't, because that would take... It's going to take so long to film, so I'm going to have to do installments of it. I'm not going to be able to do one... What I think I'm going to do is installments of the state of the collection, and then once that finishes, the editor is going to splice it into like a director's cut where it's one long thing. So we've spoken about that, and the team knows that that's probably going to be the easiest thing to do. So film it according to our normal film schedule, release them according to our normal upload schedule, and then once we have all of that footage, splice it together for one long director's cut if someone's actually interested in sitting there for all of that. Thoughts on getting a 16570? Should I wait to see if prices drop? Prices won't drop. Prices are still going up. To put it in perspective, I got this complete for 50. Okay, so I don't like bringing up like what I spend, but I will because of the question. I got this for 5,200 complete, and now they're selling like around 8 grand complete. So prices are going up. Whoa, UHS, if you spam the comment section like that, we're going to ban you. Dude. Oh my god, I'm close to banning you, bro. Daniel Katz with the super chat says, do Circle of Life design for T3 shirt suggestion. Not a bad idea, but I'm going to let Doodlehoff kind of work his magic. And then when that design comes out, I'm going to make a video announcing it so you guys know. Sarah says, do you have a girlfriend? Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm taken. Can you take a look at the Tissot Sea Star? Which one? There's a million, and I've actually had a Tissot Sea Star at the Time Teller shop. The Sea Star line is a very common series, but yeah. Hey T3, tell us your 5 dream watches. Rolex 6062, Creator HE2, the Vacheron Overseas Titanium Tantalum one-off, which I will never be able to get because they only made one of them. Rolex 1016. What would be my last one, guys? There's so many. Ooh, here's one. Mont Blanc pulsograph, or pulsometer. Christopher, I already own an 18 karat yellow gold reverso. You need to watch more of my stuff, dude. I already own a reverso. Malcolm, link my reverso episode, please. Raquel says, greetings from Colombia. Would you review the titanium Citizen chronograph? Which one? Which mic do I use? I'm using my iPhone right now. Do you wear it when I play polo? Yes, I do. Grim Reaper says, Jory, help! The new Titoni Airmaster with date Salida SW201 movement for 550. I don't know much about Titoni, guys. A lot of people have asked me about it. Let me see. So I'm not going to recommend it because I don't know anything about them, but Airmaster. Let me see. I'm looking at it right now. Man, I don't know anything about this watch, but it doesn't really pique my interest. It's kind of wanting to be their logo is also a ripoff of Mont Blanc. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to that one. No to Tony. What's my favorite singer? Black Dahlia Murder. Universal Genève Shadow. If it's not as cool as the Polar Router, I don't want to hear about it. No, Polar Router is way cooler. I do like the cushion case, but the Polar Router is the best Universal ever made. Hey, Seiko. Reading comments. Victorinox Maverick? I don't know about this. Everybody's asking me to review the Inox. Oh, okay, so their Maverick is their dive watch. I suppose I'll take a look, but the Inox is the one that everyone is much more interested in. What's my favorite food? Lamb stew. Homemade lamb stew that my mom makes. What's my favorite TV show? This is a Q&A, guys, so I'm answering the question. Favorite TV show? Dude, Fire Force. Fire Force, so good. Dean says, I like my Inox. I need to review one. Yo, Dean, would you be willing to send it over? What food does Link like to eat? UHS, thank you for the super chat. Link, what's your favorite food? Linky. Link. See, Seiko heard food and now she ran over. Oh my God, Rock! Everyone's asking his favorite stand-up comedian. I have so many, but probably Dave Chappelle is hilarious. Do I have a pet? Yes, 2. Which Mudmaster is with solar and triple sensor but no GPS? Well, no Mudmasters have GPS right now. But the Mudmaster to get is the triple sensor, not the quad sensor. The quad sensor is just a triple sensor with a step counter. Favorite lip balm? EOS. And I use it every morning and every night. Matthias, so C-Star Powermatic here. Good watch. How do you contain yourself to buying watches too often? I have a severe addiction and watching reviews seems to worsen it. Welcome to the addiction that is watch collecting, my friends. It's... If I purchased every watch that I wanted, I would be homeless right now. So you gotta have a list and you gotta have a short list, okay? So make a list and then make a short list of what you really want. Do you have a lot of friends? How many? What's your social security number? Jory, you mentioned you'd be buzzing your hair. What clippers do you use? I don't use any, but I will order some and just shave my head if this goes on for any longer. Have you ever owned a pocket watch? Yes, I got a gold pocket watch for my bar mitzvah that I still own, but I'm not a pocket watch collector, and I know nothing about pocket watches. Who is your first grade teacher? Rockstar. What happened to collecting watches like you're catching Pokemons? Well, yeah, but Pokemon, the whole point is to have them all. The point of watch collecting, in my opinion, isn't to have them all. Literally, the slogan for Pokemon is gotta catch 'em all. When it comes to watch collecting, the point is to catch the ones you want. Because there are a lot of watches I would want nothing to do with. So catching them all is not something I want to do when it comes to watch collecting. You gotta catch the ones you want. Dan, love the channel. What would you recommend for a versatile $500 watch? Sarbo 17, if you can find one at that price. I think you can, but let me see. Yes, Sarbo 17. Boom. That's it. Favorite classical music? I do not like classical music. What happened to my pen? This one? The one that everyone hates for some reason? Someone had people have the audacity to be like, that pen costs more than my watch. What a snob. And I'm like, dude, that's your problem, bro. Get better watches. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Who gets upset about the pen? Why no Titan Casio? I've never heard of it, bro. I don't like those comments. Why don't you do this? Why don't you mention this watch? Dude, I don't know every single watch. Give me a second. Casio Titan. You mean the titanium? I don't like metal G-Shocks. So, although I honestly would wear a titanium one. So, I would. Fernando, I don't like any Casio MRGs. The MRGs, just as a rule, I have never seen one I like. Is the price too steep? I'm just going to go ahead and say yes. Don't like any of that. Lance, do you have any vintage Movados at the Time Teller shop? I've had two. They both sold immediately. Tell me about the pen. So Mont Blanc Meisterstück rollerball, because fountain pens make me smudge because I am left-handed. Your views on Corum watches, they are ugly. They're ugly and expensive, and I hate them. Corum is, I do not like Corum. They're like Ulysse Nardin. They make ugly, big, expensive Invictas. Have I considered lining my beard? What, with like rhino liner? With like truck bed liner? What do you mean? With like vinyl? It's so weird how there's like a global crisis going on, and people have such privileged lives that they're like, oh, your beard is like you're growing a little bit of hair on your face. It's like, yeah, there's bigger fish to fry, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm staying home or I'm working like in another contained area. So, like, there's much bigger fish to fry. Someone commented, yeah, I go to a barber, Mesmer, and the barbers are closed. And I don't really care that I'm growing hair on my face, and if that makes you uncomfortable, then maybe you need to give yourself perspective, because people are dying, and family members can't be with other family members that are dying in hospitals. So, yeah, there's bigger fish to fry in the world right now. And if you don't like how I look, then don't watch. Roar of the Tiger says music, audio, digital, analog, Spotify, Tidal. I use Spotify. I am on Connie's Spotify plan. That is what she brings to the table. I am the main provider. I do everything, and she lets me use her Spotify account. So, you know, it's equal. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I am on her Spotify premium thing. Um, what music do I like? I like a lot of different kinds of music. I even like country, but I listen to a lot of metal, a lot of grind. So yeah, stuff that a lot of people probably would not like, I like. But also classic rock, hip hop. Wu-Tang is one of my favorite uh, rap groups from the Big Apple. Best starter watch under 500. I have a ton of episodes about that. I have a ton of episodes about that. Um, and I've made a lot of episodes about that recently. After paying for the pen, Spotify was a stretch. Yeah, I was like, Connie, I just bought my pen. Please let me use your Spotify premium plan. John Free, certified T3 bot. Oh, sure, you think you're better than us because you have a Mont Blanc? Yeah, it's so weird that people are weird like that. Mirror says keto or intermittent fasting. It doesn't matter what you do, you lose weight. Like, there's all these weird things that people swear by, but the truth is, like, it's calories in versus calories out. Like, that's it. And I know because I lost 70 pounds in like 8 months. Like, it comes down to whatever works for you in regards to expending more calories than you take in. That's it. I lost like 70 plus pounds in 8 months, and that's how you do it. And Panth said with the super chat, thank you so much. And just to clarify, I wasn't sedentary. I was not sedentary. I was like competitively powerlifting since I was like 19, I started. The difference is that I was in like the 280s and I was lifting like houses, and then I made a goal that I wanted to get into the 230s, or no, I think I said 240s. And by age 30. And then when I hit 30 in June, I exceeded that. Because I just didn't want, I'm not, like, I don't see myself competing. So I was like, why am I'm in my 30s, I'm not going to compete. So, like, why be like a super heavyweight right now? So I just decided to cut. But what's funny is that people only see me from here up. So people, call me fat. And then they would never say it to me in person because they just get torn in half. Dan, the guy making a comment about your pen is probably wearing a Rolex. He's probably not wearing a Rolex. That is the issue. Which watch should Joe Exotic wear? He wore a watch that he like blew up on camera. I don't know what watch it was, but it wasn't a good one. Favorite big cat? It used to be cheetahs, and now it's tigers, I think. But it wasn't because of like the Joe Exotic movie. Cheetahs were my favorite animal, period, when I was little. But then like somewhere it shifted, and now I think it's tigers. Patrick, any MMA in my workouts? Well, I was training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for a year and a half before this crisis happened, and like we're obviously not, like, none of the gyms are open because you have to be like on top of each other. So not really MMA, but Jiu-Jitsu, yeah. May contain bleach. Certified, well, with the super chat, excuse me, says Oraj Atark watch. Man, what? Some of these things I've never heard of. Let's see. Dial looks cool. It looks like it's trying to be a Vacheron Overseas, kind of. I don't know anything about this company. Ew. When you get up close, it gets worse. The handset looks bad. Very ugly, cheap looking handset. Interesting looking watch. I like the display case back. Not for me. Daniel Hill says, have a nice day, Jory. Love my Saturdays. Now I need to go exercise. Video brought to you by Cat Hair. Still get a kick of that. I'm surprised you remember that. That was a long time ago. Dima Carol Baskins did it like 1,000%. Absolutely. 1,000%. Daniel Thibodeau, certified T3 bot, says, repping that June 12th birthday Gemini till I die. Dude. Are you trolling me? Daniel? My birthday is June 12th. Wait, Jack O'Sullivan says June 12th is his birthday too. Whoa. My birthday is literally June 12th. This is crazy. What? Dang. That's nuts. There's 3 people with the same birthday here, and I'm one of them. Do you still have St. Dupont Lac de Chine? I do. Evan, Jory, how's the pizza shop doing nowadays? Hey! I wouldn't know. You gotta ask the Don. Link, come here. I hear you. One second, guys. Let me bring him in here for you. His birthday was April 1st, and he just turned 4. He's 4 years old. Oh, he's purring. That's one of them. Now this live stream is brought to you by Cat Hair. Do you know the significance of having a birth year watch or where the concept came from? I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's that deep, guys. You don't have to think about it. I think it's with anything. People that like things want to collect something that is associated with their birth year. It's not exclusive to watches. People do that with cars. People do that with other things. The first person who did it is probably someone that was not interested in watches. So the first person who wanted to collect something that associated with their birth year was probably not a watch collector. So it's not like, oh, Paul Newman was the first one to want to wear, like, no, it's not that deep, guys. Wow. Mendez, fourth and last time I asked this question. Okay, well, that's an immediate way to just get banned from the channel. I hate that. You're not entitled to other people's time, okay? There's over 200 people here, and the comments move in like a credit scrolling fashion. I'm doing the best I can. I'm one dude trying to answer all your questions, and everyone else here is being super nice about it. So if you're going to be passive aggressive, you're just gonna get banned. It's like not that. I get people, dude, I get that all the time in my inbox too. People are like, wow, you're not cool enough to answer my question. It's like, okay, cool. I get 100 people a day writing to me. It's not like I'm one guy. Give me a break. I'm trying here. Lance, do I think the JLC Red is a good buy? Yes, I do. I think it's really cool, and I've always wanted that. You're talking about the Reverso Rouge. Raj is here. Evan says, Jory can't answer everyone. Relax, people. Richard Mille is overrated. Will I ever start collecting smartwatches? No. Most cats hate tummy rubs. Not my cats. Link loves it. Seiko! Seiko! Come here. Come here. Come here, Seiko. Oh, she was just eating, so she's like, what? Why are you bothering me? Come here, Seiko. Oh, she wants to go back and eat. William J. says, public service message. Constantly reposting the same message is considered spamming in the chat, annoys everyone, and it'll get you banned. That's true. That is true. Thank you, William J. Certified T3 bot. Bruno says, I need to go, Jory. Thank you, my friend. Cheers. Stay safe, man. Have a good one. Would you like to have an app where you can compare your collection with other collections? No. Because I don't really care what other people think about my collection, and you shouldn't care what other people think about your collection. That's why it's your collection. What are you doing? Seiko, come here. Okay, Link is just here. Omar, you're getting banned because you keep spamming the comment section. Elite Warrior says, I highly respect your beard. Thank you. Does it make sense to buy multiple Seiko tunas? Because I enjoy color varieties. Do what you like, man. Absolutely, do what you like. Joffrey, have you had a chance to play COD Warzone? John, yeah, I've been playing. I told you to play with me. I've been playing. I played with Papa Shark, too. Like, jump on our squad. Join so that we can play. It'd be hilarious. I've gotten 3 Warzone victories. Milcom says, check his recent uploads. Daniel Thibodeau, Certified T3 bot. Join the Discord chat. I'm going to send a link to the YouTube feed. So check your YouTube feed after the live stream. Join the Discord chat. We have a specific gaming section, and you can join me when I play Warzone. What's the first thing I do after lockdown? I mean, lifting in a proper weight room would be great. Probably take Connie out to dinner. I'd also, I mean, the first thing I want to do is see my parents, right? Like that's the first thing I'd like to do is actually be able to see my parents. But after that, I don't know, have dinner with my family, Connie and my parents, my sister out like at a restaurant. That would be fun. But Stephen Elias, certified teeth robot, says, "Hey, busy with deadlines, but I want to stop by and say hi. Hope you're healthy and sane. Thank you so much." Scott with the Pheasant Lane Mall. Oh my god, dude. My mom watches the live streams, okay? She is cracking up right now. I guarantee you my mom is cracking up right now. If she's watching. Pheasant Lane Mall. Oh man. Another New Hampshireite. If you're hanging out at Pheasant Lane Mall wearing your Gronk jersey and Sox cap, which watch would you be wearing? Dude, the Pheasant Lane Mall. Oh my god. Mirror, Mior, have your parents ever get mad, angry to you about watch collecting? No. Because my dad got me into watch collecting, so it's his fault. Papa Shark is here with a super chat. Just mentioned Papa Shark. Him and I play Warzone together. I missed a super chat. Thank you, Cowboy. Well, can someone tell me what the super chat was? Henry, is it all right if you talk about your hair? You want me to... You're asking me if it's okay if I talk about my hair. Don't understand it. Yes, Carl F. Bucher makes really cool watches, and I like them a lot. Tuna versus Pro Pilot. Cowboy, they're different watches, man. You always have really interesting comparisons, but they're comparisons that I don't really know how to tackle. Because the Tuna is a dive watch in every sense of the word. It was literally made for saturation divers. And then the Pro Pilot is a pilot's watch in every sense of the word. So really it comes down to pilot's watches versus divers. I mean, the Pro Pilot's a more versatile watch every day, but the Tuna is a much tougher watch, probably all around. So it's very, very, very difficult to say. That would be like saying the Rolex Deep Sea versus the IWC Spitfire. It's like, how do you really compare? Tom Nielsen, have a good one. Stay safe, bro. Patek Calatrava or F91? What makes a good collection? I made an episode on how to build a perfect watch collection. But I'm going to tell you monetary worth has nothing to do with it. And if you're worried about BS, like watches that are respected, I don't even know what that means. Don't worry about that. See, I get like this initial surge of rage when people write that. What about the respected watch? Respected by whom? Because their watches, like the Submariner is generally respected, but according to my comment section, that's like the worst watch in the world, right? So who the heck cares what other people think? Stop caring about what other people think. There are people that don't like that I have hair right here. Because this is a natural function that happens when you're not going to barbershops because of the global crisis. I don't care. There are people that what I'm trying to get at is there are people that will be upset regardless of what you do because they have such cushy lives that these tiny little things rock their world, okay? When there are literally people dying, isolated from their families. But these little hairs on my chinny chin chin bother them. So don't care, or don't worry, excuse me, don't worry about what other people care about, because chances are you're not going to satisfy everyone. So what is a respected watch? No one cares. But there are watches that are being disrespected, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, dude, my watches get disrespected. I have an 18 karat yellow gold Vacheron from 1945. And people say that that is the worst watch they've ever seen. My watches get disrespected. I don't care. Matthew, yeah, my cheeky cheek. Don't worry about what other people think. Raj says, laying down the law. You know, Raj. Who cares? One of my closest friends, Austin, wore a Daniel Wellington. I don't care. And he knows I hate Daniel Wellington. What's your max number in your collection that you try for? I don't try. Buying watches for a quantitative value or a quantitative goal is pointless. The point isn't to buy a certain amount of watches. If you're collecting for either a monetary goal or a quantitative goal, it is not, that is not the point of collecting, in my opinion. Okay, that is not the point of collecting. What do I think of Oris? I love Oris. I own the Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot. It's one of my favorite everyday watches. I wear it all the time. In fact, I feel like wearing it today, so I'm going to go grab it and I'm going to put it on. I love it. Evan, I personally love your Rolex bubble back because of its uniqueness. Thank you. Guys, I love you guys. And if there's one thing that you take away from what I'm saying, it's you should not care about what other people think. You should not worry about. Adam, not a goal but a restraint. There's no such thing. Because it would be hypocritical for me to tell you to back off at some point. Because I ain't gonna stop. I ain't gonna stop buying watches. You can't make me stop, so yeah. So don't worry about it. But Adam, I still had to say my spiel about quantitative goal, so. It's not water in there, it's watches. Yeah. Yeah, I have 12 Invicta watches that are over 10 years old and actually nice, and they're homages, but I love them and I can't afford Rolex, so I'd rather than fakes. Yeah, dude, Will, you gotta buy what you like, man. You gotta remember that whatever I say on this channel is coming from one guy. Okay, it's just coming from me. You can feel differently about things than me, and we can still be friends. Don't worry about it. There are people on YouTube that make episodes talking about how, like, I'm the worst person in the world because I am voicing my opinion. All the while, they voice their own opinion. So it's like, it's just take everything with a grain of salt, okay? Don't worry about it. Will has Invictas. I don't typically like Invictas. We can still be friends. That is totally fine. Rick Green, Certified T3 bot, restraint when buying watches? What is this witchcraft you speak of? Not spamming the live stream. Have you ever heard of the Seiko Gold Feather? Let's look it up and I'll tell you if I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen this. It's a 25 jewel early watch. It's not my thing. but I'm sure it's good. What do I think about Dan Henry? I do not like Dan Henry. I mean, it's not a personal, like, I don't know him. I don't like their watches whatsoever. The Teller channel does not recommend buying Dan Henry watches. The Time Teller channel recommends buying watches other than Dan Henry. Other than Swiss or German movement parts, what other companies come close to their movements? Japanese. I don't know why Swiss and German are seen as better than anything Grand Seiko does. I'm going to fill you in on something, guys. Grand Seiko probably makes better watches than most Swiss companies. I don't know anything about Orage. Thank you for the super chat, though. I don't know anything about this company. But I'll tell you what I think about how they look. Ugh, this watch is ugly. This watch looks like a toy, man. No. So far, from what I've seen, I'm not a fan of their watch. $1,600 for a Mount Cartier tank. It depends which dial variant. My tricolor dial is super rare, so you have to understand how many variants there are of that watch. So it really depends. Grand Seiko Snowflake worth buying now? Yeah. If you really want quality, Vacheron has better quality than Patek. Rick, I agree with you, actually. Steinhardt, I'm not a fan. They make some great watches, but they don't use their prowess for making anything truly original. Shark Smile, hi Jory, I dig on your videos, thank you. My collection started with my dad's hand-wind Speedmaster. Now I have a modest collection. Well, you started in a very good place. A Snowflake just went for $3,900 on Timeless Luxury. Yeah, guys, the fact that that doesn't say Swiss made means that you can get these watches so affordably for what they are. Ladies Seiko Presage Fugashiki, too small for a guy. Wife has one and I really like it. Probably get the dude's version, in my opinion. I own the Fugashiki. I think it's fine. Missed the wristwatch check. Explorer 2, 16570. Get a Victorinox Inox. There's carbon mechanical version. Yeah, that is a really cool watch actually. The carbon version, I've seen it. It's pretty cool. Are pocket watches worth collecting? I don't know. I'm a wristwatch channel. I know nothing about pocket watches. I own one, but I know nothing about them, so I cannot recommend. Big Pizza Pie says, Jory, how are you doing? I want pizza today, actually. Big Pizza Pie. Big Pizza Pie is one of the earliest subscribers on my channel that I truly remember. So, Big Pizza Pie is the man. Are most tool watches going to have little to most water resistance? I don't think so. Most of my tool watches have very like robust water resistance ratings. Jappy, Damasco is really cool. One of my friends owns a Damasco. It's badass. But guys, we just passed 100 minutes. Oh, Dean, have I encountered many Fortis watches? I have not in the wild, although I'd love to get one and review it. Big Pizza Pie says, love your videos and content, brother. Thank you so much. Well, I hope so. You've been here since the beginning. And it looks like you're going to be here for 100,000, hopefully soon. Thoughts on two-tone? Rolex does it best. But guys, thank you so much for joining me today on this epic Saturday live stream. Past 100 minutes. We still have over 200 people here. You freaking rock. I'm going to grab some food because I'm really, really hungry. And I'm going to work out, lifting those water jugs, the 50-pound vest. But here's what I want you to do, guys. Stay tuned next week when I, hopefully next week, when I release the charity t-shirt design. Again, I'm hoping next week. It depends on the artist, Doodlehoff. But if he's done with it, then we should be up and running next week. And guys, take care of yourself. Stay positive. You know, your physical health can only follow your mental health. So I know the news only has bad things to say, but there's still good stuff in the world. Daniel, thank you so much for the super chat. There are shirts at the Time Teller shop right now. Those are not the shirts I'm referring to. We're going to be coming out to with a new exclusive design for this crisis, and we're going to be donating to most likely New York City healthcare, but we don't know yet. So stay tuned next week. I'll make an episode mentioning it, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you want to check out the t-shirts that we have right now, you can go. We have a bunch at the shop right now that are really, really cool. But guys, please stay upbeat. Okay, try to stay upbeat. Try to stay happy. There's a bunch of bad stuff going on, but we can still stay upbeat. So get out of your comfort zone. Getting out of your comfort zone is every day is the most important thing. I promise. You gotta push your limits a little bit. That's number one. Number two, tell someone you love them. Especially right now, we have the time to do it. You know, if there's a family member, pick up the phone, ask them how they're doing, give them a call. Maybe there's that friend that you haven't seen since college or whatever. Pick up the phone, ask them how they're doing. That'll make their day and that'll make your day. I promise. So tell someone you love them. You got to do that. And I tell you that at the end of every live stream. So I'm going to start it off, guys. I love you, each and every one of you. You make my day. You make my week. I'm happy that I get to hang out with hundreds of people every weekend. That is so much fun, especially now. Huge. It's a lifesaver, honestly. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you on Monday for a Timex review. Very excited about the Timex review. So I'm going to go eat some food. I'm going to work out. I'm going to play Final Fantasy X. And then I might buy a Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't know. Think about it. All right, guys. Love you guys. You freaking rock. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Dab.